It's Monday, November 28th, and time for your Barbados Day afternoon update. I'm Kamar Jordan. So glad you could join us. At this hour, protest action is continuing at the Grantley Adams International Airport. Today, less than 100 workers were back on the picket line to press their demands for higher pay. The action, which started last week, is being spearheaded by the National Union of Public Workers. However, the interim president of the Unity Workers Union, Alvin Hall, joined in this morning's action. Hall, who is a senior electronics technician at the airport, is calling on government to urgently address the workers' pay concerns.
The action by the government to reject out of straight out of hand the proposals that have been put forward by both the union and the company, because the company made a counter proposal of 15.3% to our 16%, I think was an insult and a disgrace, not only to us but to the country in general. In essence, they're seeking to link us to the public service, and we are not public servants. Yes, we do a service to the public, but we are not employed as public servants. We are private sector employees. GAIA Inc. is a private company corporated within Barbados, or incorporated, I should say, incorporated within Barbados. So therefore, we should be treated accordingly.
A giant hug for Barbados as hundreds join hands in the One People, One Barbados chain link. A sea of gold, aquamarine, and black was formed this morning as hundreds of school children, workers, parliamentarians, and other citizens lined the 92-kilometer route for this morning's chain link exercise.
Let's join hands and show how much we care. Young and old, we work with one another for the freedom which we also need. Happy Independence, Barbados, from the National Library Service.
I am very proud and I would never go anywhere else.
Happy Independence, Barbados.
65-year-old Gloria Maynard, who was in Speightstown, said she also participated in the first chain link held in 1979.
The first chain link that we experienced was way back, I don't remember what year, and that was down here. That time it was here. And we had a plenty of line down there. And since that, I went to another one.
So you're glad to be around for this
Yes,
other one?
Very much so, very much so.
85-year-old Humphrey Worrell was also happy to be part of the national event.
Very happy.
Well, as the island continues to celebrate its 50th anniversary of independence, Archbishop of the West Indies, Dr. John Holder, has sounded a warning to the country that there's much more to accomplish over the next 50 years. As he delivered the sermon at a national service of Thanksgiving at the Kensington Oval yesterday, Bishop Holder said lasting solutions must be found to critical issues, including water supply, job creation, and garbage collection.
By any standard, we have done remarkably well. On our 50th anniversary of independence, we have a lot to celebrate. We have a lot for which we need to thank Almighty God. To conclude otherwise, to conclude that there's nothing to celebrate at this time is to ignore the steps forward this country has taken and the success it has achieved during the last 50 years. But we dare not sit back on our achievements. There's far too much work to be done. There are those among us who seem not to be able to experience their fair share of the fruits of national development. We cannot overlook and ignore them. Their welfare must be high and very high on our national agenda.
In other news, this hour, the Clement Payment Movement is calling on the Friendly Stewart administration to declare a period of mourning in Barbados in honor of the memory of the late Cuban leader Fidel Castro. President David Comissiong says this is critical in light of the fundamental role the revolutionary leader played in the development of the Caribbean. In the meantime, Comissiong says Barbadians will be given the opportunity to express their feelings for the late Cuban leader. A book of condolence opens tomorrow and will remain open until Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Clement Payne Cultural Center. Comissiong says the book of condolence will be sent to Havana. Moves are afoot to formalize the operating standards of non-governmental organizations. It's the main talking point of a meeting being held by the Caribbean Policy Development Center at the University of the West Indies today. Facilitator Rodney Grant says public accountability and transparency are key to building public trust in NGOs.
If we should undertake NGO legislation or not, or if we should just remain in the very loose regulations that we have. When we had the discussion briefly in Dominica, actually the civil society there was quite happy to maintain what they had as a legal environment. They felt that more strict regulations would constrain the way that they operate. And they were quite happy to stay the way they were. So when you go from country to country, you will get different buy-in, different feedback in terms of this particular aspect. I know Belize have already gone the way of doing NGO legislation.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Get your paper, get your paper. Only $2.25, $2.20. Who? For what? That's Bear Stale News. I don't read about that on Barbados today since last night. That can't only can't do. $2.20. Who?
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
But Maisie, this Christmas will be the best Belgian Christmas for we. Maisie, it is all because Republic Bank just like Santa Claus. Maisie, fix up the kitchen and a new TV we get in. A special time to commemorate. Republic will help you celebrate.
Get ready to celebrate 50 years of independence right through to the best Bajan Christmas ever with a Make It Happen loan of up to $50,000 from Republic Bank. Give your home a good old Bajan spooser, buy some new furniture and appliances, or take an after-holiday trip to visit loved ones over and away. You could also be one of our lucky winners to share in fabulous prizes. Just visit any branch to apply. Go to republicbarbados.com or call us at 227-2700. We're also available via Skype and FaceTime. Special conditions apply.
In Bajan style, it will be great with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
These papers is selling at all. Get your paper. Only $2.25. Get your paper, miss. Look, take it. I can pay for it. Barbados Today, all the way.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
The regional news now is D-Day in 2 Caribbean countries. Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago are voting in local government elections. In Kingston, voting got off to a smooth start at 7 this morning. A total of 489 candidates from the ruling Jamaica Labour Party, the People's National Party, and independents are competing in 228 divisions. It's a tight race between the two major parties, but political pundit says the outcome is likely to be decided by the independents. Over in Trinidad and Tobago, more than 1 million are eligible to vote, casting ballots to elect 137 councillors to serve in 14 local government corporations. 7 political parties and 4 independents are contesting that poll. However, only the ruling People's National Movement is contesting all 137 seats. So far, officials say it's been smooth sailing, and we get more now in this report from TV6 News.
Whereas Arima Girls RC Primary School, where voter turnout is now picking up pace. It was a bit slow this morning, but some of the voters we spoke with say the process was smooth. Some had difficulty in finding their names on the electoral list. We also saw a heavy police presence, and there were no reports of irregularities or hiccups.
Further afield in the United States, at least 7 people were taken to hospital after an active shooter was reported on the Ohio State University campus. However, it was not immediately clear what injuries were suffered. Up to news time, FBI and police officials were still on the scene, and we'll continue to monitor those developments. Well, that's news at this hour, but for more, you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper or email updates, and you can like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi medium bus terminals or screenplay in a supermarket or a gas station near you. Also, check us out on Channel 99, that's Flow TV, or Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Kamara Jordan. Have a wonderful afternoon, and be sure to join us back here around 6 o'clock this evening for our next update.